Hello, Star Wars Galaxy Fair players. This is Andy Teshorno. Today, I'm covering the B-28 Extinction-class bomber. It's the new Sith starfighter. Well, it's a new Sith bomber, actually. Which I'm surprised we got this before TIE bomber, which is so weird. Or even a Y-wing, or even the Hyena bomber. It's so weird, but hey, the first actual bomber of the game. Exciting. So it's a dark side Sith tank. Of course, everyone wants to go after it, because you don't want bombers to mess your fleet up. So it's aggressive Sith tank that with a passive taunt and self-preservation tactics. So let's talk about the basic. Final text. Deal physical damage to target enemy on a critical hit. The B-28 gains defense up for 2 turns. So that's huge. That's huge. Unfortunately, in this game, obviously, there's no like mods to improve the critical hit chance. So, but that's fine. That's fine. Next, bombing run. Deal physical damage to all enemies and place concussion mines on them. After 1 turn, these concussion mines explode. Concussion mines deals damage equal to 10% of target's max health and dazes the target for 2 turns. When it explodes, it can't be dispelled. This is essentially thermal detonators from the characters, except a little different. It adds daze. We don't see any other sort of mechanic with thermal detonators, unless they introduce future leaders of, or maybe future improvements or leaders of bounty hunters, like maybe Calo Nord I've talked about in a previous video, talking about the fact of a Sith, when the thermal detonator explodes, it dazes, it stuns, it does the blinding effect that mission has. You name it. Like I've talked about that in the video of my new series of what KOTOR can bring to SWGOH. Of course, yeah. So I like this. I like this. It's kind of bringing, like, target lock was originally ships, and then they brought it to droids droid characters like T3, Imperial Probe Droid, and IG-88. Now they're kind of doing the reverse effect. Thermal detonators are kind of going in them, but they don't want thermal detonators because it makes no sense, so they'd have to create something new, and that's essentially concussion mines. So this is exciting. So, crew. The crew unique. High value target. The first time another Sith ally takes damage, and any time another Sith ally drops below 100% health, B-28 gains taunt for 2 turns. While taunting, it has plus 25% crit avoidance. When a Sith ally takes damage or evades an attack from an enemy, there's an 80% chance to place a concussion mine on the enemy. The B-2 recovers 15% protection anytime a concussion mine explodes. So that's cool. It'd be kind of nice if they did like 7.5% protection for other Sith allies. But this still works. This is great. Especially I will say the recovery is nothing on par to Bosk's ship. That's fine. That makes sense. Bosk is a more unique character. This is just probably some random peon pilot that's piloting the ship. So you can see there's a little difference there. But I do like the protection recovery. It's always good to have health and or protection recovery on a tank. Like Shore Trooper, he heals himself. Clone Wars Chewbacca heals himself. Of course, Clone Wars Chewbacca still needs a rework. His heal probably should also give him some protection too. Anyways, backup. The reinforcement ability. Bomber backup. Final text. Place 2 concussion mines on all enemies, which can't be evaded. Probably can still be resisted, though. After 1 turn, they explode, of course. While it's active, Sith allies recover 5% protection anytime a concussion mine explodes on an enemy. Of course, I was saying it'd be kind of cool to do half. Well, here's kind of that half there. So, but this is when it comes in, of course. And of course, explains the concussion mine again. So this is really cool of a ship. It is a Sith ship. Also, just so you guys know, the Sith Marauder pilots this ship. So once you unlock it, I will say what's nice is once you unlock it, you're going to get like 15,000 some odd thousand points galactic power, just because of the level and star rating your Sith Marauder's at. Sith Marauder is an okay Sith. Obviously, I'm assuming in the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to get some more Sith that'll actually improve the Sith faction a little more. So we'll definitely have to stay tuned for that. But we got the Sith Marauder. But yeah, I like I will say, this ship kind of has a more interesting design than the TIE Bomber. Because if you look at the ships, I'm going to go over to Google really quick. All these different Sith starfighters, like the S-SC4 Bloodmark, or the Mark 6, 4, 5, I don't know what it... I'm not good with Roman numerals. Supremacy class starfighter. They have some unique, weird designs, but they're cool. The B-4D Legion, I think this is a gunship or something, that they use in Star Wars, the Galactic Starfighter. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, there's a lot of different starfighter variants they could use for Sith. Because it makes me wonder, we already have one Sith character in the game, not in the ship, in the game that actually technically has his own ship. Or would at least have his own capital ship. So it makes me wonder, will they actually release a capital ship in the near future? Because I think one of the big problems that Starfighters has is the low amount of Starfighters that are in the game. What they need to do is, I feel like they need a month where they build up. They have a month where they have just a few reworks here and there, a few kit reworks, maybe 1 or 2 marquees, and that's it. But most of their focus is for the following month to have a big Starfighter release. Release Starfighters for previous characters like Dengar, Anakin, Ventress, you know, all those type of Starfighters, just to get them out there. Some given as free to play, some given as light, mid, free to pay play kind of thing. And then, of course, you got some of the ships that will be 100% pay to play until they become free to play down the road. I feel like we need a month like that to, you know, add like 10, 15 Starfighters. I know there'll be tons of marquee events, unless they add some other events. Because actually, I noticed one thing in this, in a comment down below, this guy here. Come on. Thing's lagging because of the loading thing. Let me get to the comment. I want to make sure you see it right. So, marquee, I'm shocked. Let's get some new tune. Let's get a new wave of tunes. Something fresh. When's the last time we had a tune? Well, I want to say character. Yeah, tune sounds weird. When do you know the K2SO type of event release? We had a K2SO where like the whole, I think it was like about a whole month, we just got 1 to 3 shards, you know, each day. On top of, you know, I don't think that one had a marquee, but it was just a 1 to 3 shards. And I think Scarif Pathfinder had some other way. I don't know. It's been a long time, so I'm sure you could look up on YouTube, find the videos of how to unlock Scarif Pathfinder and K2SO, and it was probably also Biston was the other one. I think they had some unique events to where you just do the game or do the battle every single day, and you finally, you know, unlocked it at least 3 to 4 stars. So throughout the month, you have this event continuously going. So you got to always remember to get it. It gives you an incentive to get on every day to get it. So it's kind of cool. I do applaud you for this guy here for mentioning that K2SO event, because I totally forgot about that. Where you got, it's kind of like a daily event or something. It was kind of cool. Instead of just a one-time, you get the marquee week event to last for either a few days or a week, depending on the character. And that was it. Like Jango Fett was a full week. But yeah, I think that's kind of cool. But going back to it though, Darth Nihilus had the I'm going blank. Let's just type it in and find out. Darth Nihilus ship. The Ravager, that's right. I did a video on it. Yeah, I talked about this being one of the Sith ships for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, a Sith capital ship. So you have a Sith synergy, like you have an Imperial synergy, a Rebel synergy, a Galactic Republic synergy. Of course, I'm sure in the future we'll get a Galactic or a Separatist synergy down the road. The Old Republic, again, I talked about Admiral Dodonna and, of course, the Admiral Cartho Nasi from KOTOR 2. So we'll see what we get when we get it. So But yeah, I think that's kind of cool. So, you know, will we see more? Who knows? But again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all those that watch the videos I'm making. You guys have a wonderful day.